Today's episode, I have with me a relationship coach, relationship therapist, Ilerioluwa Jimoh.
The common signs of being used in a relationship boils down to basically disrespect.
Okay.
You know, when you start feeling as though this individual is making me feel less of myself. Red flag is more like basically essentially something not so aligned between two individuals, but then you can't just get a hold on it. It's more like an intuitive pang, and then you're like, what's wrong? But then with time, like you try to shake it off, but then with time, like it's getting a hold of you and whole like that. So I feel red flags, once you see red flag, be able to address it. And if you carry the heavy weight of conversation first few dates, it's going to actually get very boring because you're going to feel as though you're the one doing, the whole work, trying to relate with this person. Yeah. Does this person not is this person not feeling me? Do you dig? You're like, what's going on? So basically, other red flags, once you spot the red flag, be open to talk about it. Love should actually open your eye, not blind your eyes.
How do you even know that somebody is being used in a relationship? So,
okay, I think the common signs of being used in a relationship boils down to basically disrespect.
Okay.
When you start feeling as though this individual is making me feel less of myself. So I feel like that's majorly part of it. Disrespect. When they start making you feel less of yourself and when they start showing this interest, and there are certain boundaries. So I think that's basically it. I think every other thing is all wrapped around what I just said. Wow.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And how do we know if a relationship is healthy or one that you are being taken advantage of?
Okay, I think a relationship whereby it's actually mutually exclusive is different from that where you are being feasted on.
Yeah.
And in very sense that one whereby is actually mutually based on love.
Yes.
There's this intentionality to grow. Okay. There's care, there's affection, and you can actually tell that this person actually cares for me genuinely. Unlike when they're just trying to use you and they just try to make you feel less of yourself, and the feelings is just going off and on.
Yeah.
So I feel like we actually know, like I always say, love should actually open your eye, not blind your eyes of things. So basically,
Yes, and I feel, it's not like I feel, I know that in so many relationships there are so many red flags.
Okay.
There are really so many red flags. How do you know a red flag and how can we address it before it is too late? Because when it's too late, you get broken. So how do we address it?
Yeah, I think red flag actually based on individuality. Yeah, what I think is my red flag is actually going to be different from what to be a red flag.
Yes, that's
so
right.
I feel red flag actually vary. It could be from something small to something big.
Yeah.
Like you rightly said.
Yeah.
And I feel red flag is more basically essentially something not so aligned between two individuals.
Yeah.
But then you can't just get a hold on it. It's more like an intuitive pang. And then you're like, what's wrong? But then with time, you try to shake it off, but then with time, it's getting a hold of you and whole like that. So I feel red flags, once you see red flag, be able to address it. And what are these common red flags? There's a lot of red flags, but to mention a few, I think hot and cold attitude.
Yeah.
When an individual your partner basically just goes solo for no reason, and then boom, they start bombarding you with love all of a sudden, and then they just bloom like a daisy, try to give you this love and hold, and suddenly they're withdrawn back, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Am I the history? Am I the course? That point in time, there's no balance. You're basically out of proportionality. You're like, what's wrong? What's going on with me? So I feel there are other ones, which is when an individual just comes all along, when they need physicality, sex and all, meaning they don't love you for who you are. They are just there for basically what you can offer, which is basically sex and all like that. And I think the other one is when there's this point in time, this is actually very common in let's say few like early stage of you getting to know each other, and then that period you're sharing, like you've decided to be vulnerable, and all of a sudden they just tend to withdraw to themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, what's going on? I thought we were like, I thought we were catching along. Like, what's going on? So it's a very, very bad rate, and you could like talk about it and or like that to see what's actually going on. I think the last one I like to say that is actually very common. There are like two of them. Okay. Conversational organ and conversational droughts.
Okay. I
think conversational organ is basically when your partner, you guys are talking, and then like he's not giving you the room to like get the feedback from you. And you're like, what's going on? This guy is just talking. You're just pointing it all out. Like, you're not giving him the room to talk and all like that. So, and the last one is conversational droughts, which is very, very common. Even early stage of, should I say talking stage, and periods whereby you're getting to know each other, or maybe you're already in the relationship, situation whereby you're giving monosyllabic responses, hi, hello, what's up? You know, if you're carrying the heavyweight of conversation first few dates, it's going to actually get very boring, because you're going to feel as though you're the one doing, you know, the whole work, like trying to like relate with this person. Yeah. Does this person not like, is this person not feeling me? Do you dig? Like, you're like, what's going on? So basically, other red flags, once you spot the red flag, be open to talk about it. Don't just feel as though, oh, this thing is going to go with time. It might not go with time. Like I said, it varies from something small to something huge. So with time, just talk about it. If it's something addressable, address it. And if it's not, just work out of the relationship. That's my advice.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. So much like I'm learning something. And so we have some differences. Some relationships are LD, some loving, and some manipulative. In fact, sometimes your partner can be just in control of everything. How do you spot the differences between?
Okay, I feel like you said, control, and individual that wants to be in control definitely want to like make sure that what I'm saying, like you must do it, like try to enforce it. Yeah. Forgetting that it's a partnership, you know, partnership. You both are there to like share ideas and views together. You're two individuals coming from different backgrounds. Yeah. Like your opinion should count. Yes. So I think it's so easy because love encompasses everything. It overshadows everything. So if there is love in a relationship, and so easy to spot out one whereby you're trying to be controlled and trying to like enforce things on you, like do this, do that. Do you understand? So basically,
Yeah, so finally, so a lot of people have gone into relationships that are manipulative. Some they've been out so many different times, and definitely they'll have to get to another relationship. You know, but then how do they learn from the experiences, and how do they apply it to the new relationship they are going into? Because I think that is very key. Because if not, they will get broken every time and time again. So how do they bring those experiences that they've to their new one, and how do they do the balancing?
Okay, I think, you just need to acknowledge that, in this, my last relationship, something went wrong, and it wasn't like proper, like I didn't find myself. The only time that I was feeling good was that, maybe something of physicality, and or you just need to understand, just place it right, like what was wrong? Yeah. Where did I go wrong myself? Or what did the person do? Was I always the problem? Just try to like acknowledge at first, and try to like dissect it, like understand that I just left a very awful relationship. Yeah. I need time to heal. Don't just jump into something like exclusive immediately. Yeah. You know, you're here to eat from something and you're jumping to another thing. You're definitely going to be broken and shattered beyond repair. Sure. So you just need to like identify what was wrong, learn from it, like unlearn, relearn. Yeah. And just be open to like learn new things. So your next relationship is actually not going to be affected. That way you can bring positivity into the relationship.
Wow, I love that. So we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you find value in this video, make sure you click the subscribe button, like, share. Share it to your friends, share it to your family. And also, if you want to connect with me and my guest and even the TV show, go down in the description below or in this video, and you see everything. Everything right there. And I can't wait to see you in the next video to connect with you. Let's go.